This guy is 35 bucks. This guy is 100 plus. In today's video, which one of these you should buy. So I had this guy back when the anime first came out. They made this figure. I always felt like this was a one-all be-all. Like, this is the only Tanjiro. Oh man, I'm not good at saying Japanese people names. I'm sure you will correct me though. I was really happy with this figure. I think it's really cool. It has cloth goods. It has all the accessories you would need. But it was expensive. And I don't even know if the quality is necessarily better. Because this S.H.Figuarts one is one of their new retail versions, which are cheaper for people to hop on. And this guy is only 35 bucks. In today's video, we're going to be looking at both of these figures, doing a rundown and kind of comparing them and seeing if the quality is worth the money for this guy, or should you just go cheaper with the new figures. So for the comparison, we're going to break it down into accessories, articulation, and just overall coolness of the figure. So for accessories, here's a little aerial view of all the stuff that both of these figures come with. You're noticing 4 different face plates with the S.H.Figuarts and only 3, but we do seem to have, let me see. Okay, yeah, so the sword comes out, and I don't even remember. I haven't touched this thing in a long time. Okay, yeah, here we go. We have one sword right here, the black sword, and then this is the sheath, whatever. So if you want to have him with the sword in his hand, you pull this out, and then you just have this inside the little hole there. So that's good. Let me put that, well, we'll leave those out right there. And then with this one, we have the sword sheath, which I think the swords actually go in. No, they don't go in because I just noticed we have these 2 little sheaths, and I'm noticing we have the little flame effect. Now, I haven't watched Demon Slayer in a long time. I believe I watched it when it came out, and I was watching it until the Michael Jackson guy came on the screen. I would like to finish it. Everyone loves it so much. And I would like to continue watching it. Especially maybe I got this figure and I'll get back into the hype. But I remember liking it. I didn't love it. I liked it. It was okay. It was fun. That orange kid was whining so much, right? And I know that's probably his character. He's going to have some sort of character arc. But I just remember him being unbearable. Maybe if I revisit it now, it'll be the same. But so we have an extra sword here, but I think it's the same sword and it just has a flame effect. Or does he get another sword? I can't remember. Because this looks like it could be a flame effect, or it could just be, it wouldn't make sense though if the flame effect is in the sheath. So I'm guessing this is probably a new sword. No, because isn't his power fire? I have not watched it in a long time. I'm going to have to go revisit it because I'm blanking on a lot of stuff. I remember they go to some place, there's a girl there, and that orange hair kid is annoying, and then the girl has like a cleavage boob window, and that's nice, and then they meet Michael Jackson, and then his sister is in his backpack. That's like, that's kind of a little, what we got there. So for the hands, I believe we have the same amount of hands. So 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 4. So both come with 4 sets of hands. Pretty equal. So far, we're like pretty equal because, you know, this has more faces, but this is a funny face. And I do think, you know, this is good. I feel like the anime figures do not give you enough of the silly faces. I know we got some of them with the One Piece figures. I actually really enjoyed some of the silly faces we got with the One Piece figure, but I would like to get, like the Dan to Dan girl, Momo, we should have gotten, I saw every reviewer said it, we should have got one of her really silly, crazy, expressive faces. I think that's what makes a figure really fun. It's what makes the anime fun, and I would like to see, so this was really cool. I like this. Even though I might not use it a lot, you know, I think it's worth noting at least. I feel like one of the really cool pieces is We have this little kneeling pad. And we have kneeling legs, which really are kind of reminiscent of, since I just had this, I was cleaning up the desk. I just did a Makima review from Chainsaw Man, and that's Figuarts, and she came with these kind of kneeling legs. I like this. I think this is a fun accessory to get poses that you might not be able to get regular feet. I don't know if he could kneel all the way. Yeah, so there you go. And when we get to the articulation, we're going to break down, you know, like the pros and cons and all that stuff. So let me take this backpack off of him. I don't remember how to do it. Hold on. So where the BUZZMOD is definitely stronger is clearly the accessories, because we're not even finished yet with the accessories. We have this box where, you know, he puts his sister in. Hey, yo! That sounds weird if you don't know the context. One of the downsides of this is it's really, really heavy. I don't know why. It's kind of like solid, and it doesn't open and there's nothing in it. And I really wish it would have been lighter because it really holds the figure back. This is something that a big, like, just head scratcher of why, you know, it would have been cheaper for them even to make it it's very heavy. So it's not just like, oh, learn how to pose better. It's very heavy, and it just makes him uneven if you're gonna have it on his back. An upside is I bet you we could fit it on here and it'll look nice. So we'll try that at the end of the video. And last but not least, we have a flame effect, which you could use for, you know, pretty much any other figure. And it even has a base. It kind of, you have to find where it plugs in, and then you just kind of sit it in there. It doesn't really plug, which is a little annoying, and it falls out a lot. But, you know, if you mess with it enough, you could figure it out. So clearly, I'm gonna say for accessories, the BUZZMOD is the winner in that regard. Now let's take a look at the articulation, because this guy looks pretty articulated, but it's something that I feel like people learned early with the Star Wars Jedi robes is a robe needs to be cloth. And when you start chopping it up and doing all this, it's like, how is this cheaper than just doing a little cloth robe? Because this is a little insane. And especially with when you have a robe and you have these, you know, big sleeves, it just looks silly when you have it any other way. Like, why would the sleeve would fall if it was up there? So, you know, just on look wise, this one's kind of losing points. Really, that's just in the sculpt, because the figure itself is very, very clean, especially for a $35 figure. The face sculpts are nice and clean and crisp. The hair is tight and clean. His earrings look good. His outfit looks good. There's no fraying. The articulation, and let's get into some of the articulation. And this is where I think this one's going to win me over a little bit. If we did, and people have modded this, if we did put a cloth robe on here, which I will try the cloth robe on here, by the way, at the end of the video. The articulation of the legs is really cool. And this is what I say when Bandai wants to really innovate, they do it. And it's why I don't cut them any slack with the Luffy articulation, because that sucks. Look at this articulation. Ready? $35 figure. All the way back, the leg eats it. Beautiful. And then there's a little thing right here too, another joint. So it gets just a little bit more. Look at that. It's just a little bit more goes up in there. And then we have the beautiful toe joints, and it's just like, this guy is really fun to pose. So I feel like it's winning me over in the fun factor. Even with this ugly, you know, even with this ugly robe here, with the articulation all broken up and just weird Frankenstein looking thing, it's still like, it's still really nice looking. So that's some pluses. Look at that. It poses pretty easy. The articulation almost makes me feel like Reveltech. I'm getting like Reveltech vibes from this guy. He's got a lot of ingenuity that's different. Big gap in the stomach, and it works really nicely. Like, he could do some crazy stuff. Arms get a decent range of motion. They do have butterfly joints. It's not the best, but it also isn't the worst. And I feel like you mess around with it enough, you can get something decent out of it. That's up to you and your posing. I'm sure you could take those pieces out and get a little bit more range. I don't know how it'll look. Overall, for the articulation and the view, just the overall look of the guy, it looks very nice. Now, here we go over here with the articulation, and it's already looking dated. That's the kind of it bums me out a little bit, but this figure now, and it is years older, but it's kind of feeling like a little bootleg-ish when compared to that. So legs go up very limited. Got a cut here, a foot here, barely go all the way up. Like, can't really do much with the squatting poses. Like, that's about as much as you'll get. Really, foot fell apart very easily. Damn, hold on a second. Okay, ab crunch is fairly good. Nothing bad about it. A big neck articulation, fairly nice, looks up. You could almost get him to look all the way up, and a lot of anime figures cannot do that, so that's cool. He has Reveltech style shoulder joints. Let's see. So again, one of his biggest wins is this cloth cape, which I think is really nice. It's got a wire in it, so that's cool. But yeah, look, he feels very Reveltech-y to me. Or at least the shoulder joints are Reveltech, and then I would say the rest of him is kind of Figma. Yeah, I would say something. And he looks weird. Okay, so now he's looking very weird. But again, you can't, have this look. You can't have this look without the robes being cloth. So that's one of, I guess, a plus for this guy. But if we're comparing look-wise, this guy's a lot cleaner. The plastic feels nicer, and he just feels newer. And he feels cool and new. For articulation, I'm going to have to give it to Figuarts. So for right now, we have 1-1. But we're going to see which one is the better figure. I'm going to try to, let me take this stuff off. I think I could pop these out, and we're going to, yeah, there we go. I'm going to see what the cloth cape looks like on this guy. Let me see. Can I pop these out without breaking anything? Because I do like this figure now. I don't want to break anything. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I know you could take this off too. Let me see about this. I know people have been modding theirs. Oh, I don't really want to. I don't want to break mine. Let's just see. I'm going to see if I could put this over it. No, there's no way. How do you take this out? Hold on. No, I'm not getting it, and I'm not trying to break it. So I'm going to put this back. Oh, trying to swap his face plates. I want to see. I want to put this face. Let's put this. Ah, my gosh. All right, it went all across my room. I'm not going to get it. We're going to put this face plate on it, and we're going to see. I want to just pose him up and see what he looks like all posed up. Let's go for it. He's a little tight. I might put some shock oil on him. I did buy shock oil, guys, for people who, a lot of people, we've been talking about it in past videos. I finally did buy some shock oil. Here, let's put this flame effect. All right, so at the end of the day, I'm going to really have to say, just stick with this. S.H.Figuarts is going to be the winner. I think this is a great figure, especially at the $35 range. It comes with everything you really need, and especially since the backpack isn't even that great, and I'm sure there's going to be one, I think we're going to get a cloth cape figure eventually from them, if Figuarts was smart, because we know they do the cloth. I can't see why they wouldn't re-release this figure with a cloth cape. And then he'll probably come with all the, accessories and stuff. Just, you really, like, $100 plus and $35, it does not compare. This guy is just in right now. It's perfectly priced. It's got everything you need. It's got more than what you need. And so I really have to say, this is the clear winner. And going into this, I really wasn't even sure. I like this figure, but it's so outdated now, and I'm probably going to be putting it up on my Macari. So if you want to pick this guy up, it'll probably be up on there. But I'll be sticking with this for now, put this up on my shelf, and it'll be a good Tanjiro for my shelf. Good enough for me. Good enough to pee, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Would you look at this?
If you want to get $50 in free credit for both of us, we both get it. I need everybody, go check out my Macari shop. I sell stuff on eBay, on Macari. And if you're a watcher of the channel, always DM me. I give you guys the best. Don't even look at the prices on there. You let me know. I'll give you the best deal I can. If you want to get $50 in free credit for both of us, we both get it. Use my code. Down below is the link. Go over there. You guys signing up is how I buy a lot of these figures. Use my code. We both get up to $50 in credit. And then I go and buy, like this figure. I bought this guy on there. I bought this guy on there. I bought this guy. You guys get it.